A commercial HVAC service agreement is not a PDF. It is equipment, promised work, and a renewal date. That is what commercial HVAC service agreement software should connect. Here is the finished result. Beacon Property Group has one site called Beacon Tower. Its mechanical agreement covers Chiller 1, AHU 3, and RTU 12. The term runs for 1 year. Recurring PM jobs create the actual visits. Every completed visit adds forms, notes, photos, and service history. Before the covered work ends, the renewal process starts. The customer confirms or the office renews it, and the next service period is ready without rebuilding the schedule from the scratch. So what does commercial HVAC service agreement software do? It connects the commercial promise to the equipment, scheduled maintenance, completed work, and renewal decision. Those are different records for a reason. The agreement defines what you sold, the term, the covered scope, billing contact, documents, and renewal rules. The recurring job defines the service cadence that you have to follow. Each visit is one actual truck roll, and the equipment record preserves the history of the asset being maintained. If those pieces live in separate spreadsheets, calendars, and PDFs, your team has to remember the relationship between each of them. That is where visits get missed. You become a last-minute scramble. What should a commercial HVAC service agreement track? At minimum, it tracks the client, site, covered equipment, start and end dates, agreement statuses, PM frequencies, related recurring jobs, billing contact, renewal notice, documents, and exclusions. In field camp, that agreement is configured around how your company sells and delivers service. It is not how should equipment connect to a service agreement. The agreement should show exactly what is covered. Then create recurring work at the level your team actually services. One job for a chiller, one for a rooftop unit group, or one for on-site package. Link those jobs back to the main agreement. Now an office user can open the agreement and see the covered work. Next estimator can review the history of the exact equipment instead of reading through an entire building file. So how does the service agreement create preventive maintenance work? Not by typing the word quarterly into a field. The agreement holds the promise. A linked recurring job holds the scheduled and generates the visits. Those visits carry the point, checklist, notes, photos, and completion history. If a PM visit finds a failed component, that finding can move into a repair estimate workflow. But the service agreement still remains the record of what was promised and what was delivered. So how should a commercial HVAC agreement renewal work? The system should start conversation before the work expires. Show the office what is renewing and preserve the human control over the scope and the price, because in field camp, a configured renewal workflow can prepare reminders for windows like 30 and 7 days before the covered recurring work ends. And an administrator reviews and activates those reminders. The customer can receive a renewal link, and field camp renew service agreements automatically, not silently. A customer can confirm through a configured link. If payment is part of the eligible flow, they pay and then confirm it, or an office user renews it from the record. The normal renewal extends the linked recurring work and creates the next period of visits. It does not quietly invent new terms or create new agreement record by default. Human is still in control. Here is the test for a commercial HVAC service agreement platform. Pick one live agreement. Ask which equipment it covers. Where are the next thing from? What proof exists that the last visits have been completed? Exactly who can confirm the renewal? If the software cannot answer all of these 4 questions without spreadsheets, agreement is not running the operation, it is only documenting it. If you want to map one real equipment to renewal workflow in field camp, book a demo at fieldcamp.ai.